The boys
are back
with another video.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Are y'all ready for this?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Ballin' with the Boys. As you guys know, in my last video that I made for the updates, we had some technical difficulties going on, so we weren't going. My bad. We're not able to finish up our post-draft NFL talks, so we're just going to carry on and move on to the week 1 of the NFL. My boy Justin picked 5 games. I picked 5 games. Actually, no, we actually added. Yeah, we added one each. My fault. So yeah, let's get into it. Justin, what's the first game that you got going on?
So for week 1, I chose the Bills versus the Jets game because that was controversial. 4 plays in, Aaron Rodgers went down and is out for the season, which means that they're left with Zach Wilson as their quarterback for the rest of this season. That's not what they thought they was going to be looking at.
No, I agree. They were looking at, and every fan was looking at, Aaron Rodgers to, take him all the way. I feel bad for every fan that just bought an Aaron Rodgers jersey just to see him do 4 plays and goes down.
Yeah, I mean, no refunds though, so don't even think about it.
Everybody's gonna walk up wearing the jersey and be like, yeah, this don't fit no more.
Yeah, no kidding. That being said, though, the Jets came away with that win.
It was a close win. So it was a surprising win at that too, just because of how they won.
I mean, it was very gritty. It was very nasty, in all honesty. But I figured it was going to turn out that way as soon as Zach Wilson walked on the field. But it really wasn't that way because of Zach Wilson, in all honesty. The Jets and Zach Wilson did okay, considering they played the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, on the other hand.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you said considering they played the Buffalo Bills, I was like, was it really the Buffalo Bills, though? Because they did not play how they were last year. Honestly, it was a completely different team.
Yeah, but I don't know what to call a baby Bill. I think it's still a Bill, so it's going to have to be Buffalo Bills. I don't know. They looked really inexperienced out there. Josh Allen got 3 interceptions, which was 2 more than Zach Wilson.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people saying, it's crazy how Josh Allen threw the ball more to the Jets than Aaron Rodgers did.
Yeah, I did see that. That's a terrible stat line. That's not one you want to pay attention to at all for the Jets.
Yeah. Another thing Aaron Rodgers came out and said, though, is he said, what did he say? Basically, he said you never know what will happen because he's going to try to make a comeback this season before the season's over. But do I see it happening? No.
Yeah, I mean, I highly doubt he's going to end up coming back. I think Wilson is probably in there for the ride. He had a passing touchdown in the game, though.
It was a very slim chance of it happening, but it got lucky.
Yeah, it was a sloppy one, but it got there. You got to give it to him to an extent, and the receiver. But he also fumbled twice. He actually lost one of them. Team got back the other one. Mm-hmm. Very, very sloppy. Jesus. Very sloppy play on their end. Now, for the running backs, Breece Hall. There's a big question mark coming into the game about
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up.
how well he was gonna do.
And did he do very well? And now he's questionable again, but he's getting limited snaps.
Yeah, he is questionable again, but I have a feeling they're probably gonna play that man exactly how they played him last week. I mean, he didn't take very many snaps, but it didn't take very many.
But
For
say
him
he
to
had
do
two
mass
big
production.
plays. So he had two big plays. Then it's like they took him out for a while.
Yeah, the very first play he did was 26 yards, straight up the middle. The second one he came in and did was 83 yards. That's massive chunks of yardage. That's almost over 100 right there.
Gonna say
That
you
is
really-
over 100 right there. That's 109.
I don't say the hype with Cook, you really didn't see much happen with Cook. I mean, he's probably gaining 4-5 yards per carry.
Yeah, I mean, if that, he took, I would say, the bulk of actual rushes throughout the game,
Most definitely.
but they didn't rush too many times. There was a lot of short snap rushes, passes to who'd they keep? Ty Johnson? Not Ty Johnson.
We talking about tight end position, wide receiver,
No, running back.
oh, running back. Oh, Michael Carter.
There we go. Yep, that bum.
That's
Yeah, it was a lot of him. But he didn't help out too much. Neither
No.
did Dalvin Cook.
No, I would say Brees Hall is still, once he's full go, I'll say he's probably taking the RB1 back. No worries for Dalvin Cook taking it. So I would say Brees Hall is definitely going to be the RB1.
Yeah, I think that they know that Dalvin Cook can't do it though, so I don't think they're gonna try to
I mean,
rush.
you couldn't have a
Brees
better
Hall.
backup, I would say.
Pretty much.
There
Still-
needs to be like crickets going off right now because that man is with no team, so that's why I stayed silent.
I mean, yeah, because, like, what's the NFL doing? Like, sure, he kicked,
People don't want to pay the man. I
he
mean,
kicked that granny once. I mean, that was years ago, dog. He's been picked up since then. He can do it again.
He
was
wants
a
more
good
money.
running back for Cleveland, bro. He was borderline a 50-50 snap count kind of running back. Like,
no, I agree.
LA, what are you doing?
LA.
Hey, Kyron Williams, who did pop off last week, so I'm surprised on that. But, like,
I'm just saying when you say LA, there's two teams in LA.
okay. Well, in all honesty, Austin Eckler is questionable, yes.
But Joshua Kelly has shown that he can take the workload on that.
He's okay. If you're rolling with Joshua Kelly, I would love to have a Kareem Hunt there, too.
But speaking of Kareem Hunt, though, I did see that with the Colts' bad game, running game. It wasn't a bad game, sorry. That they're back in talks with Kareem Hunt.
They should probably just talk to Jonathan Taylor.
They should.
That way my jersey inside is like,
Or something.
yeah. But while we're still on the topics of running backs, we're going to go ahead and run back to the topic of the Jets versus the Bills game and talk about James Cook, who was the highest rusher for the Bills with 46 yards.
I got him in fantasy, so.
I had a bet on it. So,
I mean, I did too.
You know.
But mine came down to the wire.
Yeah, I was sitting there watching you panic.
No kidding. I mean, you got to get 43 and a half rushing yards. He was sitting at 43. So he had to get 44.
And they go into overtime with 43
Like,
yards.
thank God they went into overtime to get those extra yards. Like, we don't own a defibrillator. If he wouldn't have got those in overtime, I probably would have, like, passed out.
Now, James Cook, being the highest rusher for the Bills with 46 yards, is obviously not good.
Yeah?
But Josh Allen being second in highest rushing yards for 36 is pretty good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it seems like Josh Allen's O-line didn't really work out
So tell
the
me
way
this.
he wanted him to.
Tell me this. You got some Stephon Diggs stats on there?
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to tell everybody the bet you didn't take? And what Stephon Diggs did?
So, Stephon Diggs had to get like over 66 yards. And I could have took that option. But I did. Instead, I took the other side of the ball because Aaron Rodgers. I took Garrett Wilson over 69.5 receiving yards. Obviously, that didn't work. And Stephon Diggs went to go get 102 yards in week 1. Gabe Davis didn't have such a hot week, though, because he got 32 yards and only seen, I believe, like 4 or 5 targets come his way. It wasn't very many.
I'll say Gabe Davis, he's up and down. He'll have a good game, and then like the next 2, he won't probably see a lot of targets.
I think it's even more up and down now that we got the tight end battle going on in Buffalo between Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox. I mean, in their first game, they both shared targets, split it straight between the middle. They both seen 4. Only Dawson Knox missed one of his, and Kincaid got all of them. So,
Yeah, they're definitely probably about to run the 2 tight end option.
yeah, they're definitely. I can see them looking more a lot like a Seattle spread.
Mm-hmm.
Coming soon. Back when they was running, or Los Angeles Rams with Higbee and.
Well, I think they only got Higbee, don't they?
Now, but a year or 2. But no, I don't know. I might be tripping on that.
It's all right.
Thinking of a different team. We'll go ahead and move on from that. The other side of the ball for the Jets, as we said, didn't look hot. It was rough. It was nasty.
It was a close, low-scoring game. So both sides of the ball didn't really do so hot.
No, not at all. And Wilson mainly targeted. It seemed like Wilson when he had the time to, anyway.
Right.
I mean, he was making terrible decisions and stuff. So like. He was messing that up. And
I mean, you've seen Alan Lazard out there, a few targets. So
yeah, Lazard was right behind him on targets, I believe. And they was able to bring it to OT. And
yeah.
And then the Jets ended up winning it all with a punt return in overtime.
Yeah, and it was with their rookie they got in the draft.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, you can definitely say that guy was a good draft pickup for them.
Oh, I'm sure that he's definitely going to get an extension coming if he can make more punt returns.
Well, yeah. One's already impressive, though. I couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it.
Anyway, that's really all I got for the Bills versus the Jets. If you got anything that you think you can
No, I think you covered most of it. I ain't really got much to say on the game besides what I've already said. So we'll hop into my first game that we're going to talk about, and that's going to be the Lions versus the Chiefs. We're going to talk about the upset game to most people.
Not to me. I love it. I love it.
I'm sure you do. But first thing I got to say, Kadarius Toney, you are not the wide receiver 1. So quit trying to beat him.
Yeah, and I dropped you from my fantasy league. Don't even think about getting back on my team, dog.
Oh, I'm sure everybody that drafted him probably dropped him. Yeah, so...
I still got Rasheed Rice, though.
Well, Travis Kelce is coming back.
No, I don't care.
He's taking most of the targets again.
He's taking the coverage.
He's taking most of the targets.
He's taking the coverage.
Next thing I got this. So listen to this. because I thought about it after the game. I was like, that's crazy. I got to put it in the notes. Is Patrick Mahomes the LeBron James of the NFL? Meaning that this man cannot play without star players.
You mean his boy Travis Kelce?
Well, you got to think, like, when he lost Tyreek Hill, he didn't do so hot at first.
He was.
I mean, he still had Travis Kelce, so he was still doing pretty good.
He was just all right the entire season.
And then now, when he had Travis Kelce, lost him, look what he did. It was garbage.
This is fair.
So, I'm just going to say it like Patrick Mahomes is the LeBron James of the NFL. He can't play without star players.
I can definitely agree with that. I mean, him losing Kelce really left him with a bunch of just young, unproven receivers out there in the first place. And then, like...
You mean people with bricks for hands, Kadarius Toney?
Headed to the XFL, my boy.
He talked so much trash, though, like Tony did. He talked so much trash. And then, first game, terrible.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like that.
Yeah, but when you just see that guy, and it's like, who are you?
That's fair.
Because he didn't make a name for himself with the Giants. Then goes over, barely wins the Super Bowl. I mean, you joined the team kind of late, so
He's
you
just
didn't help the team much.
He's an injury-prone track runner.
Yes.
I mean, it's what it barrels down to.
Yeah. But jumping to the other side of the ball, though, I got a little fun fact for you and everybody out there watching. The Lions haven't started their season 1-0 since 2017.
Yeah, that's
It has been 6 years since they have started 1-0.
That's a minute.
So I honestly give Dan Campbell props, dude, for sticking with this team, building this team. Like, that's a head coach right there. He didn't want to ever leave them. He cares about all of them. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better head coach. I wish he would come here in Indy, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely good there in Detroit. Maybe stay there. But
No, he's definitely probably going to stay there.
But I do think he's building a good good team there in Detroit. Jared Goff, he's not bad, dude. You give him enough weapons, and he's gonna make something shake out of it.
So here's the thing. I'm glad you said enough weapons, because my next question is Jameson Williams like the final puzzle piece once he comes onto the field?
When is he gonna come back on the field again?
Week 6 or after. He's suspended for 6 games.
They're almost out of playoff contention by then. But
Hey,
like,
they're 1-0 right now. They got they started off with the best record.
right now.
So
We're hoping they keep it that way, but I mean, I'm not promising on Jameson Williams at all. I had him all last season sitting on my bench.
well, he only came to play 2 games, and then they were out of. Actually, were they?
and
Were
then
they
he
out of playoff
found
contention?
what?
Were they out of playoff contention?
I think they might have had a wild card shot, but missed it because of standings.
No, I don't think they were, because I think what happened was they were able to stop the Packers from going to the playoffs.
Okay, maybe that's it.
To not let the Packers go. But yeah, so I personally think Jameson Williams is the final puzzle piece to this team that will give him enough weapons, because along with Sam Laporta, it will help him out a lot.
I think Sam Laporta was a really good draft pick this year for him. I think he's going to pan out real well for him, especially since they decided to ditch TJ Hawkinson to the Vikings last season. They was kind of struggling in that position ever since then.
Mm-hmm. Well, not just, adding in Laporta. They also drafted Jahmyr Gibbs. he didn't do so hot
I'm gonna
first
say,
game.
yeah, which he
But
didn't
I'm sure that
do the
as they
best.
progress, I mean, they got David Montgomery. He did pretty well
He did do good.
for somebody that I thought wasn't going to do well. So
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking Jameer was gonna be over Montgomery, but
I did too, but shows that Montgomery's probably going to stay the RB1 for a minute, and Jameer's going to be more of the pass.
yeah, I would say he's gonna be
So-
taking all those passes on the intentional pass plays, anyways. The ones that are pressured from their O line squashing in front of Jared Goff, those might be Ty Montgomery's.
Yeah. But with the way that Jameer did
David
look,
Montgomery still. See.
you butchered another name, didn't you?
Yeah, but I wasn't gonna let it slide like you missed it.
I did miss it because I was like already thinking of the next thing in my head to say. But now I already forgot it. Wow. Oh, so what I was gonna say is that wow. This is why we're podcasting and not playing in the NFL.
I'll make it one day. That trash can's like 3 feet from me, guys.
Oh, Birdie back there throwing shots. That was Joe Burrow, week 1. Wow.
Man.
If you guys don't know, we also have a new family member with Ballin' with the Boys. It's our boy Nick. He will never be in a shot because he is a Pats fan, so we keep him in the back.
Don't ask how that happened. He was dropped as a kid. That's how it happened. I don't know. We think it might have been. Okay, he was kissed by Tom Brady as a baby. That's what it was.
He said Tom Brady signed my forehead one
As a
day.
kid. He was see his parents out there like,
Kiss him, Tom.
No kidding.
like he's not the Pope.
We worship him.
He said, how many championships?
Okay, so then, like, how mad were you guys when Tom Brady went to Tampa?
Personally, I was happy. My dad was furious.
Like,
My dad was getting
like punching drywall,
My
mad?
dad was like, how could he leave me alone? Where the fuck is he going?
All right, well, let's get on back to the notes. That was it for the Lions and Chiefs game for me. So if you want to hop into your next game,
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and roll right into the 49ers versus the Steelers game. Brock Purdy.
you mean the 49ers versus the 49ers?
I mean, practically, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, where were the Steelers in that game?
You ain't lying. But, I mean, Brock Purdy,
That's my dog. I picked him up in the draft. Sorry.
that was like almost ratchet.
That's all right. I'm just saying, I'm just so happy that he got the starting job over Trey Lance, because if they were going to start
I
Trey
mean-
Lance over him, boy,
Well, he's
I
out
would
of the
have been,
question.
I would have been furious. And like, I'm not a San Francisco fan, but I would have been furious for the fans.
Trey Lance is now in Dallas trying to learn from Dak.
Yeah, that's sad.
But Brock Purdy was
This is what they're going to do. They're going to take Dak out in the playoffs and put Trey Lance in. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. Like, it just had to be said. Like it was already just coming out. Like, as you were talking. So, go ahead.
I mean, yeah, because everybody knows Dak does choke in the playoffs. I'll feed into it a little bit. But it was a big question mark. Brock Purdy going into this season
Yeah, he was.
because he hurt his elbow. A very important part of the body for a quarterback. And it was on his throwing arm, even worse.
And you could tell in the game that it had no problem throwing.
Well, he was pushing. But, like, you never know if that's just adrenaline or what. Well, he came back, and he's fine, guys. He's great. He's still the hash slinging slasher. Okay.
I was just saying, like, you go from Mr. Irrelevant to the starting job last season, and then definitely the starting quarterback for the whole new season. Like, No kidding.
Yeah, I mean,
He was a golden gem just found.
you're facing a Steelers defense that, in all honesty, typically ain't terrible. Their defense is really the
I'm gonna say their defense
quality
was okay.
play
Hang on, let me
in their
rephrase something.
football team.
Before I say their defense, TJ Watt's defense did pretty good because he kind of led that defense.
I mean, yeah, Patrick Peterson didn't do anything after he called out Brock Purdy on getting an interception this week. I mean, and then he didn't. And he didn't do anything really. Brock Purdy actually put two touchdowns up on him because he was guarding Brandon Ayuk. And Ayuk
I say Ayuk
got
went
both
off.
of those touchdowns.
Say Ayuk has finally been going off. 'Cause I remember when he was he came in and people were picking him up because I was one of them, thinking that he was going to be really good. And he wasn't seeing a lot of targets.
Yeah, I mean, he was taking a back seat to Deebo Samuel last season, but different story this season.
Well, he was actually doing pretty good too with Deebo because last season they also had McCaffrey.
Yeah, I mean, they was doing decent as when they got McCaffrey, they seen an uptick in their offense 100%.
Now I'm gonna say if I say
But that was
this
all
is
together.
a weaponized team. Brock Purdy's got everybody.
I mean, yeah, everybody you need. I mean, I feel like you could probably put me back there, and I could make something happen. Here, Kittle.
Well,
Here's CMC.
yeah. Well, let's since you brought up Kittle and our boy Nick has Kittle in his league, Kittle's probably not going to see a lot of targets because now with having CMC, you got Ayuk popping off now, and then Deebo can go play wide receiver now.
Yeah, you want to be careful with Deebo, though, because he has always been kind of injury prone. You don't want to make him have
Do
too
not ever
big
say those words again.
of a workload.
Hold on. Don't you ever say those words again.
I also.
If you take that negativity, you leave it at the door. Deebo is going to do good this season, okay?
Oh, man.
I don't need you spilling all that bad juju on my boy that I'm starting this week.
Hey, Juju is bad.
I mean, juju is bad. Clearly, it wasn't good enough for the Chiefs to keep.
Man. Deebo got 55 yards in their
We're
first
talking
game.
about the Bears.
Okay. That's next. That's my next game.
A little too soon there, bud.
And Ayuk put up 129 yards. Now Kittle put up 17 on 5 targets. Now I don't know what that tells you, but it tells me that he better get his act right if he wants to see more targets.
Well, like I said, it's not even his act. It's just there's more targets now for them to use. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the targets are going to go away.
Which I still haven't really talked about CMC too much. We talked about how his presence has helped, but in week 1, how it helped was tremendously considering he went and rushed for 152 yards and a touchdown.
Dude, it's so crazy. CMC everybody was probably about to drop him if he would have stayed with Carolina because he was injury prone. He wasn't doing so good in Carolina, and then he goes over to San Francisco, and dude's playing like his young self again.
And now he's getting pulled off first in fantasy draft boards.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
Yeah.
Stroke that thing, cuz.
All right, so at all, are you going to talk about the Steelers, though, or is it even worth wasting time on them?
Oh, no. It's not a waste of time at all. Man.
Oh, this sounds like it's about to get good.
No. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and jump onto the other side of the ball because that's pretty much all that the 49ers did was ball out on the Steelers. They did great. Kenny Pickett. He matched Brock Purdy's 2 touchdowns with 2 interceptions.
Oh, okay.
So it's not an
So hang on,
exact
I don't know if
match.
you would remember or not. So were these 2 interceptions turned around to be those 2 touchdowns?
No.
Oh, okay, that would have been even better.
No. Yeah, no. That would have been that would have been something. But that's not the case. However, he did manage to get 1 touchdown. That was Freiermuth, or however you say that
I know what you're
guy's
talking about,
name.
yeah.
That German descent guy. Allen Robinson topped him in receiving yards.
Did he?
Yeah, he was top of the line. He got 64 yards.
Oh, okay.
And everybody was evenly targeted, pretty much.
What Pickens get?
Not that. Yeah, I think there was like a 20-yard drop off between him. I think he got 55 if I remember right. Something like that. It was a far stretch between Allen Robinson and Pickens, and it kind of went down from there. But everybody was kind of evenly targeted. Yards was close between everybody in the descending line. Najee Harris only put up 31 yards. Uh-oh. He was already in jeopardy of losing his starting spot.
Brady's like looking at me like he's about to just boot me.
He was already...
Look, in all honesty, Brady, let me just be fair. Like, last season, he did pretty good. So, I mean, at least we traded before.
He was already in jeopardy of losing his starting spot last season to Jalen Warren.
But that's why he still started this season, though.
And if he keeps playing like this, he's going to lose it to Jalen Warren in a heartbeat.
But look at it this way, Brady. If your team don't do so good, you get the very first pick. You get Marvin Harrison Jr. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's right.
And my foot.
You gave up a lot for JT. I'm just saying.
I watch him pop off.
Now, if he does, I'll be happy for you. Rehearse his ankle. You just hear Brady. He's just... Never mind. I can't.
I'll be trading that.
You'll hear Brady say some very bad words.
Very, very bad words. He's a bad boy. All right, but other than that, don't got nothing. Steelers playing like trash. Allen Robinson actually doing pretty decent, which I don't know if you remember, but I was looking at our videos the other day, and I was talking about in the preseason how Allen Robinson was screaming for comeback player of the year. That's why I just went and picked him up in the fantasy.
Oh.
But if he's going to be top of the targets every week, I got faith in him at least making something work for Kenny Pickett with his experience.
It would be nice. I mean,
Other than that, they definitely got to find something to work. The 49ers are going to keep rolling.
yeah.
They obviously won that one. I don't think I said that, but should have came without saying.
Well,
We're gonna go
I
ahead
mean,
and jump
especially
to-
when I said the 49ers played the 49ers.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, he did open with that almost. But we're going to go ahead and jump to your game.
All right, my second game, we got the Bucks versus the Vikings. Honestly, I will say this game did what you probably expected. Kirk Cousins did Kirk Cousins things and did not come out with the win, so they let Mayfield and the Bucks win, which is
Like that?
terrible. Which is terrible.
Big Kirko.
So, but I got a question to ask you. Do you think adding Jordan Addison to the wide receiver group helps out a lot?
Yes and no, because like Kirk ain't using them, but
But when he uses them, he
if
does
they
good.
was to use him more, he would be a big help out factor too. But right now though, they gotta like fix that. Oh shut.
Most definitely, because I got Thursday's night game on here, and let's just say KJ Osborne is not the option. So
You said you wasn't doing Thursday's night game.
yeah, I was.
What?
Oh, so we're just gonna both talk about Thursday's night game?
We each picked 5.5 games to talk about.
Totally forget what was said in the beginning of this episode.
Somebody grab a stopwatch.
But with adding Jordan Addison though, I'm probably gonna take some heat for this, so get ready. Justin Jefferson's fantasy value definitely goes up. So all the people that has Justin Jefferson out there, congratulations. Your fantasy value goes up even more because once they start using Addison a lot more, it opens it opens Justin Jefferson up a lot more.
Justin Jefferson.
I'm definitely going to take back what I said in this notes compared to Thursday night's game. As I said, Alexander looks good as the RB1. No. No. Like, y'all know that Stephen Carell meme? No! No! God, no! Like, oh my God, no. Y'all need help. So I'm taking that back. He does not. So let's switch to the other side of the ball now. Mayfield. How do you think this guy is going to do with the Bucs offense?
He made Mike Evans look okay.
So that's
But
also
he definitely ain't Tom Brady. And I don't even like Tom Brady, but he's not Tom Brady. But like last year, Tom Brady wasn't Tom Brady, so he might be better than last year's Tom Brady.
So this is what I said. I said that the wide receivers help Mayfield look good. It ain't Mayfield making the wide receivers look good.
Well, yeah, I mean that's kind of what I actually meant,
But I would say fantasy wise, I would not go and pick this guy up just yet because it was only week 1, and Mayfield still does like Kirk does, ends up choking.
look, we're in a
Like, he'll have-
14-team league, and I think Baker Mayfield just got picked up after an Aaron Rodgers injury.
No,
I could be wrong.
no,
He might have went with a different guy.
he did.
But point being,
He could have. Okay, guys, he
If
could have
we're
clearly
in a-
just called him out. Brady's quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, went down. Brady was gonna go get Baker Mayfield, but I was like, I wouldn't do that. Yeah. He said, "Hold on,
wrap it up.
we ain't doing that." But I told Brady, I was like, I wouldn't go get Baker Mayfield because Mayfield is garbage. Honestly, he'll have one good game and then have like 3
Still
terrible
on it.
games.
No one's picking up the third.
Okay, see, yeah, so I got a problem. I'm in 3 different fantasy leagues, and I can guarantee you, because he just gave me confirmation on a different league that I'm in.
So
The league that I run, my work league, and another league, Baker Mayfield is still on that available
He's not trustworthy.
list of quarterbacks.
that's what I was
You
saying.
don't take it.
So that's what I was telling Brady. It's like he's just not trustworthy. He'll have one good game, then the next 2 or 3, it'll be terrible games, and then he'll have another good game, and then it's repeatedly.
And I
It's
think,
happening.
yeah, I think that Rashad White is gonna do pretty good for that team, especially with Sean Tucker bringing up a decent amount of the workload behind him, getting some receiving yards. They got a chance to have a good running back committee on that team, though.
Yeah, and just so if you guys are wondering, Brady ended up picking up Sam Howell. Nick was like, "Yeah, who?" You gonna try to get your first rounder back? Get JT back. He's gonna be like, look, I secretly like had you sign a contract that says if this player does not end up playing good, I get my picks back. So like,
You can't tell any of the other guys here in the league because here's the NDA that you signed.
but other than that, yeah, sadly the Bucks won. I was hoping the Vikings would have done a lot better, especially because I got Jordan Addison. So, but Jordan Addison did pretty good in that game. So, but that's all I got for the Bucks and Vikings game. Let's bring up your third game now. The Bears.
Mate.
The Bears.
Versus the Fudge Packers.
All right. First of all, I mean, I gotta give them respect. Jordan, like literally, the Packers just own. Like they just own. You could throw anybody back there.
There you go, stealing my lines again. Listen, the opening up to this is Jordan Love owns the Bears, question mark. Is like, apparently, dog, I don't know, is what he told me.
If you guys watch Tiki Tack, you will see a fan on there that says, literally, you could throw a fan out there and they would beat the Bears. The Packers just own the Bears.
I can totally hear that in the Wisconsin accent, too. Yellowed out. Out there screaming, green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow. Like, that's not even the song.
Actually, it is a song. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Literally green and yellow.
Yeah.
But like black and yellow.
Yeah.
After the Super Bowl 24.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's been out for years. He said, how am I just finding out about that?
What?
Wheezy baby.
Young Moolah, baby.
Hey, shout out to Lil Wayne though.
Yeah, you're goated for like writing so many songs that you forget your own lyrics. That's amazing. Yeah, yeah. He was like, D, that was clean. Who wrote that? Like, that was me.
It's so hyped.
What? Me. Start shaking imaginary dice like he's got all salmon. Like, yeah. All right. Anyway, so yeah, clearly Jordan Love. Green and yellow, green and yellow. He owns the Bears, man. 245 yards, 3 touchdowns. Yes, he fumbled once, but he didn't fumble all the way because he got it back, dude. He made up for it.
Now I will say I seen something on Facebook. It had a picture, said Bill of Rights, and it had Aaron Rodgers sign off on it, and then Jordan Love signing off on it, and it said ownership of the Bears. So I thought that was pretty funny and cool. Whoever made that, shout out to you,
Yeah, you rando.
Rando.
Nah, so right behind Jordan Love, or typically beside them, you know, Aaron Rodgers was leading the running back room during the game, and he was leading.
Did he just butcher that?
receiving.
Hold on, time out. Let me make sure I just heard that right. Did he just say Aaron Rodgers was leading the rushing?
I'm pretty sure I said Aaron Jones, yes.
I was looking up a stat line.
All right,
All right, well, when this video gets posted, make sure everybody comments, be like, yeah, he said Aaron Rodgers.
Just saying that.
yeah, no kidding. No, because I'm pretty sure
I don't know. You're
I
just really
said
good
Aaron
at butchering
Jones.
names, bro. You're just like really good at butchering names. So
I'm not a professional Englisher.
Englisher.
Exactly.
But, all right,
get
so Aaron
you
Jones.
get the point. He was leading receiving with 86 yards and a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown too.
That's my boy. I'm telling you. But sadly, he got hurt.
Yeah, now he's doubtful, right?
No, he's just still
Questionable. Questionable.
He's still questionable.
But apart from that,
But it's a hamstring injury, not too serious. He was able to jog off the field.
I say, my boy got a hamstring injury, and I ain't heard from him in months.
Boy, I think that's more than a hamstring injury. He's still doing rehab if we're talking about Cup.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just saying it's a hamstring injury.
Mm-hmm. Apart from their running back being top of the receiving list, though, your tight end came in second. Rookie tight end at that, Luke Musgrave.
Oh, yeah,
Big
really?
question mark coming into the season. Like, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna have a big impact? It's a big boy. Is he gonna be more of a blocking tight end? Nope. Nope.
Nope.
Nope.
That was quick. Nope.
Second in receiving for him. And he
Nice.
got 50 yards on 3 receptions.
Really?
Yeah.
As a rookie.
That's a good stat line for a rookie tight end.
Yeah.
And then you got Dubes
Dubes.
with 2 receiving touchdowns. His stat line as far as yardage wasn't amazing, but he got 2 receiving touchdowns. You got to give it to him.
Yeah, he's
gonna
definitely-
catch the
well, I mean,
passes
he
and make
is
something
the-
work out of it. That's
Say
what matters.
he did go in playing as a wide receiver 1, so.
Now, apart from that, their offense was, I mean, that's pretty much what their offense did during the game. And the Bears, we'll go ahead and talk about what they did.
What the Bears do? Tell me.
Justin,
I'm all ear.
Justin Fields.
Yeah, he didn't have a great game coming out. And a lot of people had hopes for him.
He passed for like 202 yards and an interception and 1 touchdown. I mean, he was the best running back on the team with 59 yards.
Yeah. Well, that's always
That was
projected to happen.
Yeah, I was about to say that was a trend last season that we seen over and over too.
I will say, like, one doubtful thing though is that DJ Moore did not have a great game.
No, he didn't actually. Darnell Mooney had the lone receiving touchdown for the team.
Yeah, and I was surprised. Darnell Mooney came off that injury and balled out. So, is Darnell Mooney still the wide receiver number 1?
I mean, I don't know because of how much Justin Fields likes to run. He doesn't even like to pass that much. I really feel like it hurts his arms.
Yeah, because running ain't gonna hurt you in the long run, anyways.
He's like, I can't get hurt if they don't touch me. And he just takes off, okay? Runs to the sideline. Rookie Rashawn Johnson, who was projected to be one of the worst pure runners in
Really?
this year's draft class.
Man!
Zach Charbonnet got me like 0.05 or something, dude. This guy went and put up like 20-something points in our league, I believe. He had a touchdown, and he is the clear red zone runner for the Bears, it seems like, since he's doing so well in the 20, or within the 20. No. Other than that, I mean, we were talking about Darnell Mooney. He had that lone receiving touchdown. He had 53 yards. Apart from him receiving, next up for like receiving yardage was your tight end, Cole Kmet, and then your running backs, David Montgomery and Rashawn Johnson. No, not David Montgomery, Rashawn Johnson.
Y'all see what I mean? Like, he butchers names. Like, he completely messed up again. So I guarantee you, he said Aaron Rodgers when he meant Aaron Jones.
No. Yeah, I said Aaron Jones earlier. I messed that up, okay? It happens.
I'm just saying, like, this
I'll
man
fall
will
on my
look you
sword.
dead in the eyes and be so serious about what he's about to say. And he literally just said, yeah, other than David Montgomery and Rashawn Johnson, Like, bro, David Montgomery don't even play for them anymore. We just got done talking about David Montgomery with the Lions.
Knock it off. Who's the other running back that they decided to keep?
Khalil Herbert.
There we go.
Except that.
How am I supposed to remember that guy?
That guy.
I didn't have his name in my notes. I was spitballing off the dome, and that clearly don't work for me, dog.
This man's stressing out. Look at his hair just poking up right there.
His veins are
No! Not another one! Oh.
Bro, I was going to wait until the end of, like, we're about to wrap it up and everything. I was waiting until the end. I'll be like, and if you see so many veins popping out, just know it's Justin's forehead. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that Nick caught that, dude.
Put him in the background. Veins everywhere.
Oh man, just like Brady has to now like blow up his head while we're doing this now.
Look at his fat head.
He said not another one. Oh man.
Man, this is how you know we've been doing it for a while. Because the first time we had to talk about the nerves in my forehead, we was in a basement all the way 30 minutes south with a different member.
Yeah, with different people.
Two different members.
And one just called him out.
Man. Yeah, I don't got nothing left. The Packers on the Bears.
He's like, I'm just ready to get this over with now, man.
I don't have nothing left.
I got big forehead veins. And on to you, Chris.
All right, we're going to talk about one of the most exciting games that, in my eyes, it's going to be the Colts versus the Jaguars. Colts honestly could have had that game. I mean, it was real close. It was. It wasn't towards the end, or it was towards the end. Richardson threw his only bad pass. It was an interception, which turned into which turned into the Jaguars turning it around into a touchdown, which put them up points. So, other than that, Anthony Richardson had a great rookie debut. Threw over 200 yards. How do you feel about Richardson going in further into the league? Do you think he's going to progress? Do you think he's going to turn into the next RG3? Hey, he hurt his knee already running the ball, so that's why I'm questioning it.
He better not be RG3.
But then you get the stash.
I wouldn't mind the stash, but like, there's other places that could afford the stash, dog. The stash would make Dallas look amazing.
Possibly.
The stash could really go and help out the next time Matthew Stafford goes and hurts himself.
He is a great backup.
The stash should move to the Jets.
First round pick right now. First round pick right now. We'll send him over. I will personally
He said, "All right,
send
up the
him
contract."
sign the contract.
Your water. Never mind. Never mind. I don't think I should. No, that's far. That's not.
Next thing I got is Deion Jackson. Stop running the ball. Never touch the ball again.
And what I got coming right up after that is, can y'all please just pay Jonathan Taylor?
Sign the contract. No, but for real, pay Jonathan Taylor. He's our best option. Will forever be the best option.
Turn it into you, lock him in a little glass box, we decide to sign it.
All honesty, though, I do like our rookie Evan Hull. If he was not to get injured in the first game, I feel like he would have led the team in rushing yards.
But
Well, probably tied, maybe, Anthony Richardson. No, I don't really have a but. I like the guy.
what he hurt?
I mean, he hurt his knee. He's out for, I think, 3-4 weeks.
There we go. That's the
So-
information we was looking for.
So, hopefully when he comes back, figure something out about JT and Evan Hull can take the RB2 spot, because I'm not a big fan of Zach Moss either. And I believe Zach Moss is supposed to start this week, actually.
I hope he does a lot better than.
Oh, I hope he
Deion
does a lot better
Jackson.
than Deion Jackson as well. Because, like I said, Deion Jackson never touched the football again in your life. Because you cannot run the ball.
Just fair.
So, you got anything about Richardson or Jackson before I move to the other side of the ball?
I'm betting on Richardson, dog.
For
I forget.
is it
No, I believe-
is it yards or attempts?
I believe it was his pass attempts they had on like super low, super low. He threw some 30-something last week against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Mhm.
I got a whole lot of faith he's gonna throw at least 20-something that I betted on this week against the Houston.
Yeah, as we're talking about bets, make sure you guys bet responsibly.
Yeah, we should really start putting that at the end of our episodes. Yeah. If you have a gambling addiction, call 1-800.
I have a really bad
I
addiction.
got a problem.
$5 bets and not winning.
Me too, dog. Me too, dog. Only I got a couple 21s going lately that
I
I've
had to stop doing that.
Yeah,
Because I
I'm-
never hit 'em.
I'm about to.
Well,
have
we're gonna
to
tell
stop.
you about this app afterwards because we don't sponsor them and they don't, let us. Well, not let us. We haven't asked, so we can't put their, names out there yet.
But PP, if you want to sponsor us,
Just know that we're talking about you. So I'm gonna move to the other side of the ball. Though. We're gonna talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, dude.
wowzers.
Yeah, act like he hasn't missed a season.
I mean, you ain't lying. He definitely went.
Got
there
over
and took-
100 receiving yards first game back.
He showed he was top dog, top
And
receiver
I think
there.
he had 2 touchdowns.
I believe so.
So
I know Christian Kirk didn't do nothing.
no, that is bad. Honestly, like I was shocked that Christian Kirk went 1 for 3.
Yeah, that boy was dry.
Like Zay Jones seen the ball more than him.
Yeah, I mean, and you don't see that very much.
No.
I think Evan Ingram even got more targets than Christian Kirk.
Yeah, like I said, it honestly surprising because I figured Kirk was going to get the ball a lot more than Ridley.
It was a bit of a stretch, but I thought we was gonna be like real similar in targets. Maybe one of them too high or so, depending on how the game went.
Boring, but no, I'm just kidding.
Rude.
Sorry, I had a yawn, guys. Well, here's the next question. It's a big question, so answer it honestly. Can Trevor Lawrence lead this team to a Super Bowl?
His hair's telling me he probably can.
What's his hair got to do with telling you that he can?
Man's got nice hair for a quarterback.
You need to have a nice look.
Yeah,
That is a supermodel throwing a ball.
that's Haley Bieber.
But yeah, I do say Trevor Lawrence. This might be a good season for him, with having Ridley, having Kurt. Ingram had a great season last season.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he put up 4,000 receiving yards last season. So, or
And
if not,
then
he was really close.
ETN looking good. Tank Bigsby, you need to work on you play until the whistle, because clearly you did not when when you let Zaire Franklin strip that ball and D-Buck score a touchdown.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So
But
I'm sure he had to run
Colts-
some laps at practice.
Way to be aware.
For sure. Yeah, and so like we already talked about it though. My next thing was where was Christian Kirk in this game? He was honestly nowhere to be found. Like I said, he went 1 for 3.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it mainly had a lot to do with the fact that Trevor Lawrence was kind of pressured pretty much all game, kind of by Indianapolis's defense, and on top of that, Calvin Ridley was doing so well anyway.
I will say, Indianapolis defense great on the pass coverage. Need to work on the running coverage though, because ETN saw the touchdown a little too much than probably hoped for.
Yeah,
Trevor Lawrence got some yards that probably shouldn't have happened.
yeah, that ain't no lie. They made Travis Etienne look like a good running back, which just ain't a good look.
So, yeah, because everybody was hoping that Tank Bigsby's going to be taking that starting spot, but you let ETN run like that, no.
Yeah, that ain't no lie.
So, other than that, I'm finished with that game. You want to hop into your next one, or you got some more little add-ons for that game?
No, I don't think I have really too many more add-ons. Maybe, I guess. No, I don't.
Just say pay JT. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, pay JT. Or force him to sign the contract. Either I don't care how y'all get it done, just get it done, bro. That's it. Now we're gonna go ahead and jump into the Philadelphia Eagles versus the New England Patriots.
Oh yeah, baby.
I was looking so deeply past the camera right there to our
lost,
biggest Pats
baby.
fan.
Yeah, just staring into that dark abyss. Like a Pats fan.
Yeah, of nothing but
As you're talking to me
2x4s.
Making a bet on the Pats game, right?
So, Jalen Hurts looked terrible for his opening game.
What'd he do? What was the stats?
170 passing. He got a touchdown.
He
and
got a touchdown,
fumbled.
or he threw a touchdown?
Well, I think he actually rushed for that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he rushed for that. Yeah, he rushed for that. Confirmed. Yeah, nah, he rushed for a touchdown. He passed for 170 yards. He fumbled the ball once. And he only got 37 rushing yards.
Only 37.
Only 37.
Yeah, that's a little low for him.
So he sucked. Gainwell got 50 yards and said deuces. Chuck those up.
Yeah, he
Went up out the
got
game.
he got a rib injury.
Yep, and now he sat out in Thursday's game.
Mm-hmm.
No. Yes.
Yes,
Thursday. It was
Yes.
Thursday.
it was Thursday.
and they had Swift. Well, we're going to talk about that later. He didn't do anything in this game, though.
No, not at all. I was happy about that. Let's just be honest.
Just like Devonta Smith didn't do anything at all in this game, really.
I was happy about that too.
A.J. Brown. He didn't get a touchdown, but he did get 79 yards.
Woo! There you go, Brady. 79 yards.
And he got like seven receptions, I believe. I'm not too sure.
Brady's
I
just
think-
stressing back there about AJ Brown, bro.
I needed him to get a touchdown for my bet.
I'm
That's
sure
messed
Brady
up.
needed to get him a touchdown too for his
He
league.
didn't score a touchdown.
Brady's about to like bust through that unfinished wall frame like the Kool-Aid man. Talking about I'm out of here.
Come out.
Now on the other side of the ball, Mac Jones looked like he should.
Nick's over there like, yeah, Mac Daddy.
Yeah.
Mac Daddy.
Mac supporter number one back here.
Said Mac for president. Oh, no offense.
Bailey Zappi sucked. I'm saying it right now, Bailey Zappi sucks.
Bailey Zappi, baby. He got,
Bailey
hey,
Zappi, baby.
he got saved for a reason, all right?
Bailey Zappi got saved because he's a good backup. Backup.
Well, when Mackie Jones goes down.
But when Mac goes down and Zappi does good, then I will become a supporter. So right now, I'm a Max.
Oh man, anytime I
He
see
said Mac attack.
Max in, baby.
That's too short. Too short due to Mac attacks. Well, Mac Jones looked like he should have been playing for what Jalen Hurts gets paid for.
Dang, I was
Out
hoping he was
there.
about to say Mac Jones looked like he should have been playing for the
I
XFL.
thought he was going to say that too. I was like, busted.
Yeah, I was going to get tackled.
Just slides
in
on the
middle.
table like this, like what?
It's like, oh wow, it's getting so real. They're tackling guys on the set now. You should go watch. But he, oh man, 3 tutties, dude. From Mac Jones, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Who were those 3 touchdowns? 2 different people or same person?
2 different people. You had Kendrick Bourne, who really popped off for him with 64 yards and 2 tutties. 2 tutties. I don't think I've ever seen such a performance from him. Ever.
Yeah.
He looks really good out there, though, and hopefully he keeps that going. Hunter Henry had the other touchdown, and he was actually the top tight end of week 1. He
Hunter Henry?
scored the most points. He had like 16 something.
Jeez, that's crazy. Look, now you're getting Nick all excited.
Oh.
He's like, hold on.
He's over there like,
He's like, my boy number 1.
now the running game.
Yeah, now it's time to start getting a little, bring the excitement down.
Zeke led with 29 rushing yards.
Yeah, that's not even a lot though. Well, you should have not even said led with. Should have just been like, yeah, Zeke rushed for 29 yards.
And Ramondre Stevenson
This is where it starts to become like depression.
was right behind him with 25.
Like,
So they collectively got over 50.
yeah, and that's bad. Like, one single running back should get over 50, but that's bad.
Well, I mean, I think Lamar Jackson got over 50 this week. Or in week 1.
Come on, fantasy, something.
Now, other than that, you know, Mac Jones looking really good to start the season. Looking amazing. And with 4 out of the 5 offensive linemen out.
Nice.
That ain't like not just
Make sure you
anybody's
shout
gonna go
out your
do that.
source who gave that to you.
Yeah, source. Nick Milley back there.
Nick Milley.
Nick Mac Jones.
You're gonna go legally change your name now. He said, as soon as Mac Jones takes us to the Super Bowl, my name's changing.
I'm naming my firstborn kid Mac Jones. First
Talk
name.
about dedication right there.
Just go birth him, sign the birth certificate, and go change his last name to Jones while he's like 2 weeks old.
No, Mac Jones is first.
First name.
And then he has a middle and then my last name.
So is it like Mac apostrophe Jones?
However
Why don't you just do Mac
However,
first and then
No, it could be
Jones?
Mac hyphen Jones.
however he wants it.
Like,
The middle name could be Judon.
Judon?
Last name is
Mac Jones, Judon Miller. What? And then somehow he's gonna get Christian Gonzalez in
And then in
there.
parentheses at the last of it, it's over.
Man.
This man's about to have the longest abbreviation for his name. Alright, was you done with your conversation?
Anyways, Jalen Hurts has to get it together, and Mac Jones looks great, and we're on the Christmas game.
Alright, so since we talked about one of our guys' teams already, we're going to bring up the next guy. Prepare tissues. We're going to bring up the Bengals versus the Browns game. It's okay. I'm gonna start with the Browns team first.
Oh.
He said I'm gonna. Deshaun Watson finally gets to play a full season. I guess I can go ahead and say he looks really good playing.
As long as he
Against-
stays away from those massage parlors.
That's very true. But against the top defense, or was the top defense.
Listen, bro, I am one of the biggest Bengal fans you'll ever meet. But after what we lost last season, our defense ain't good. It could be like top 10,
All right, go ahead and name off who you lost.
like low end of top 10.
Go ahead and name off who you lost.
I don't remember everybody.
I know
don't
two
wanna
people.
remember. Jesse Bates, we lost him.
Von Bell.
Devon Bell, that was another big loss.
Eli
on
Apple.
us. Well, I don't. Yeah, we really don't care about Eli Apple. He went to the Giants, right?
No, he went to Miami.
Oh, right. Yeah, Tyreek Hill said the practice was gonna be fun.
Keep up.
I try. I go to work, come home, and go to sleep.
No, but yeah. So Deshaun Watson finally gets to play full season. So we'll see how that goes. Deshaun Watson definitely made it seem like he was a missing piece for the Browns. They're starting 1-0, and I can't believe the Bengals let that happen.
Me neither, but we always lose to the Browns. It ain't
So-
nothing new.
So now, a fun fact for the Browns: their Week 1 record is now 3-21-1.
Man.
If they don't keep raising that 21 to 22 and all,
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
just keep letting them play the Bengals. Be alright. I did see that the Bengals need their O-line to improve.
That's every year. Everything we do is never good enough. We literally went out and got Alex Kappa from the Bucks, who looked great. We got another guy from the Bucks who looked great. We had Lyle Collins.
You just hear the sadness in his voice. Like he's so upset about speaking. Like he's so upset talking about this.
No, because you know that we had Lyle Collins. We got him from the Jets. And his injury, there was like a reset in it. He got injured again while he was trying to get healthy. And it was going to be another 4 to 6 weeks, so we just went and dropped it.
No.
And I mean, like, it cleared 14 mil in cap space. So, like, that's why they did it. And he's going to be a missing factor for another, like, 6 weeks. So, like, I
I gotcha.
understand, but at the same time, dang, bro, for real.
Another thing is the defense needs to be more what's
In
the
it.
word? Well,
Present on the field, bro.
well,
There
more
it
like they
is.
need to pay attention a lot more because
That's a
I take it as they didn't realize that Deshaun Watson's a mobile quarterback because he got free a lot of times.
They was just thinking that man was old. I'm happy with the performance I seen from Taylor Britt. I think Taylor Britt did really decent for the defense, but like it takes more than one.
It does. So instead of the defense again, though, I'm going to jump back to the offense. T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, what happened? I want to hear your side of like what happened. Like why did not Chase pop off like Chase usually pops off? T. Higgins was supposed to have a great season this starting year. Started off bad. What's going on?
Joe Burrow sucked.
He just got that bag.
Bro, bro, you got a copy? Save that. Nick, you're posting that. That has to get reposted every year. He has never said that in his life.
Joe Burrow has never went into a game and threw 86 yards total.
I'm just saying,
In
like,
his
I've never
life.
heard this man say those words. Joe Burrow sucks. Whoa!
Nope. Now you're twisting it.
You did not.
Not
No,
what I
no.
said.
Exactly what I heard.
See, exactly. It ain't just me.
Past tense, sucked. Referring to that one game, not sucks. Sucks is present tense. He don't sucks. You know who sucks? Kyler Murray sucks.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Joe Burrow sucked that game.
I mean, Cardinals man, I'll 100% agree with you. I'll tell you the truth. Kyler Murray does suck.
Joshua Dobbs sucks.
No, he's garbage. He's trash. He just should have never got picked up.
All men in this room, like, we were down with
This is fair.
Who invited the Pats fan?
us. Let's go.
I was just saying, I thank you.
Let's go.
That's a 20, baby.
But yeah. So you hope. What are you gonna hope for if week 2 is a replay of week 1?
Better not be.
Like, so where are you gonna stand at if it is? Like, I know you're gonna stay a Bengals fan, but like, you're gonna be like, well, this season's just gonna be over. You're gonna be like, well,
I think if they go out there looking as bad as they did in week 1, they're probably going to start thinking maybe they should use that cap space they just inherited to become top 5 teams with cap space to use and probably put it somewhere. That way we don't suck all year.
okay. Next question, Mixon. Next year, what are we doing?
This is an interrogation.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to know like what you think's gonna happen.
I don't know. I mean, Mixon been in the league for a minute now. I don't know if his contract ends next year or not, but
I know he took a pay decrease.
I mean, he was in 2 investigations over the summer. That's like 3-4 months between his job time. Like, that's crazy, low key. He gets paid millions anyway. So I would have redid his contract too. Why people get inside of your house, bro? That's high.
You think so? If the Bengals do good whole
I
season,
would say that ain't
After the
good
one
for
game.
the team.
so after the week 1, week 2, and more, they do good the rest of the year or rest of the season. You see Mixon returning, or do you see them trying to trade him away?
I mean, he's not bad enough to trade away. But he's also not good enough to go feeding a bunch of money. So, like, when his contract ends, depending on who's coming in the draft, depending on who's available, JT.
He said, "I'll only be happy if the coach trade JT to the Bengals."
That'd be clutch. I'd love that. That'd be
Bro, literally all you had to do is like trade JT to the Bengals and Mixon to the Colts, and you don't even have to like change jersey numbers.
perfect. That's fair. I like it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that he's decent enough to give a contract to, but if he like wants too much, then somebody I would let go of. Cause like he's a good running back, but he ain't the best. Josh Jacobs wants to go somewhere too.
I got you. Well, that's all I got on the Bengals and Browns game. You want to hop into your next game?
Yeah, I got the Cardinals versus the Commanders.
Yeah.
What happened?
It's 100% Josh Dobbs' fault.
He did fumble 3 times.
Like I just said before, Josh Dobbs is garbage. They should have never gotten rid of Colt McCoy. Colt McCoy would have probably led that team so much better.
That sounds like such an old Western cowboy killer name. Colt McCoy. Somebody in the corner playing a banjo.
But yeah, 100% Josh Dobbs' fault. Because like Josh Dobbs is not. The dude's clearly moved from so many different teams. There's a reason why. Nobody wants him. And then the Cardinals went and got him. And it was a terrible mistake. And hopefully they get rid of him.
All right, Dobbs or Kaepernick?
Kaepernick.
Really?
Yes.
Whoa, dude.
100%. I would rather have Kaepernick play for the Cardinals than Dobbs.
What about Cam?
Newton?
Yeah.
How
Newton.
old is he?
Yeah,
I would pick Cam Newton
I think
over
Cam would
Joshua
be
Dobbs.
good. I think he'd be fine.
I would pick Cam Newton over Joshua Dobbs.
Same.
Trey Lance playing backup right now.
I would have been fine if they got Trey Lance.
Kirk need to go somewhere else.
This is how bad. So, I would be okay if the Cardinals went and got Carson Wentz.
Man, that's
That's down bad.
down bad.
That's how bad Joshua Dobbs is. He's garbage. Like, he's about to
That
be.
hurt.
He's probably about to be the reason why Marquise Brown probably is going to be wanting out of Arizona now. Because of the fact also Kyler Murray is going to probably play all season because of his injury. Murray also needs to step up and learn how to play quarterback. Well, I mean, dude's got a lot of talent but no skill. Murray has talent but no skill at all. He can't read a defense. That's why he's always running the ball.
He's shooting on his team everyone. He's shooting on Bird.
Sometimes you got to.
Friendly
I mean, it's
fire,
just-
friendly fire.
Friendly fire, so
Oh, I mean,
it's okay.
I'm just saying, it's like, you got to do better. You want all this money. You're a top
Accountability.
paid quarterback. Like, literally just look at film and see why you got to run the ball so much. It's because you don't read a defense.
Yeah, you little 5'9".
Justin's surprised about it. Justin was like, well, I thought I was going to, talk bad about your team, but here we are.
8 Mile.
Yeah, no kidding. I was literally thinking that. Jeez.
I mean, I'm just going to keep it real with you. Yeah, I'm a Cardinals fan, but, like, I'm also going to, like,
I'm a
down
piece
them
of
when they're
white
down.
trash, and I say it proudly. Yeah. Like, all right, dang, bro. All right. I'm gonna talk good about your team. All right, chill, man. James Conner pulled 62 yards. That was impressive for me. I didn't think he was gonna do that. Thought he was gonna get like 32 and a half, man.
He's the only running back they got.
Still trash. Rondell Moore looked terrible. He was the lead receiver with 33 yards.
See what I mean when I said Marquise Brown's going to want out because of this quarterback they went and got.
On the other side of the ball, Sam Howell, who our boy did go pick up. He pulled 202 yards away from the game, a touchdown, an interception, and a fumble.
I just want to say also, this is like the reason why you should have never gave up your draft pick because we could have had Will Anderson for the defense, and that's why there probably wouldn't have been 200 yards on our defense.
He's speaking to you, Colts. Cardinals.
See what I mean? This guy butchers everything.
Arizona
Cardinals
baby.
was supposed to like come out. I don't know, dude.
This guy just butchers everything.
You got me staring at all this blue and stuff. Like, jeez. What?
What?
The Patriots wore the red jersey.
They're doing it on Sunday.
Oh, they are doing it on Sunday.
Yeah, they're wearing their classic.
Be there or
Yeah,
be
it's
square. You little circles.
Back in the red jersey.
They're all white out. I think Houston's doing something too because they just white out their end zones.
You know, be there or be squares because you're not around.
Uh,
Did you know that?
Ah, that's a knee slapper right there, buddy.
Yo!
Okay, yeah.
That's crazy. Besides Sam Howell, Brian Robinson.
I'm sorry, but like, dude, he was like,
You look
no.
I was looking at the squares and
and how the squares are not allowed.
I don't think that one actually adds up.
All right, before you like blow this man's mind even more. Let him just go ahead and finish his notes.
Brian Robinson, who took 19 shots at running the ball, he pulled 59 yards. So 50 Cent ain't do very well during that game. Antonio Gibson
God.
had a very underwhelming
Oh, bro.
performance.
It was bad. Antonio Gibson had a bad game.
He ran 2 or 3 times and he fumbled once.
Yeah, I think like in fantasy, I seen him at one point have negative 1 point, or not 1 point, sorry, negative 0.10.
Gibson's done.
Yeah, Robinson took that
He's done.
running position.
And as far as wide receivers go, I think wasn't nothing special. You know, I think Curtis Samuel was the leader there, I believe.
Curtis Samuel was?
Could be wrong. It wasn't Jahan. No, it wasn't Jahan Dodson. It wasn't Scary Terry.
No, it wasn't Scary Terry. But
No,
that's,
no, it wasn't Jahan Dodson either. Jahan Dodson was second. I think top of the receiver line was. Yeah,
wow, that's crazy.
I believe so. I could be wrong. Stat guy. He's like, wait, what? Is that me too?
Who had the most receiving yards in for the Washington Commanders? But as he's looking that up, go ahead and continue.
It's like, hold on, let me get off my private history. I mean, other than that, really, I don't have too much. You know, your team sucked. The Commanders kind of borderline are like, okay, this season or whatever, but they're probably going to end up sucking just like every season. They also want to get their name changed
I've
back
seen that.
to the
And that's Redskins.
to the Washington Redskins. I didn't know if people were still like tripping about that or not. Like,
I mean, there's a
Because-
whole petition about it.
I was about to say the Native Americans aren't. So
No, because
they want it back.
Samuel was? Okay, so you was right. But there's a whole petition about it, and I believe it's like Native Americans that started the petition.
Yeah,
I want to say if I'm wrong, please don't cancel me.
I believe we're right about this, but
But yeah, I would for
I've
one.
been wrong
be-
before.
I am for one like excited about it. I hope they do change it back next year.
Yeah, me too. Because the Commanders is trash. Like you could have went with like.
I get tired of seeing a W when you guys ain't getting W's.
Y'all could have went with like Washington Warriors. You ruined that.
I was always
like,
down for Washington Red Wolves.
What?
Yeah, like it would just be a red wolf.
That sounds like a fox.
What?
I don't know. Do you know?
Oh, yeah?
Do you know what the fox says?
I was about to
dude?
say that too. I was like, you know what the fox says?
Why do you think I inserted whatever noise came to my mouth?
Man, I just would have taken football team back. Like, that would have been good.
Washington Werewolves.
That wouldn't be bad.
Hugh Jackman's their mascot.
Oh yeah, that's good right there.
Come on now. Come on now, Washington. Make it happen.
Sign the contract. All right, so we good to move on?
Yep.
All right. Well, next game we got the Cowboys versus the Cowboys.
Cowgirl.
The Giants were there. I honestly can't diss the team, man. They Giants didn't even get to score, so
I mean, that's fair.
I'm
But
not
it's
gonna
still
diss
the Cowboys. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. They're still the Cowboys.
no, I messed it up. Nah.
You are on a roll today. Hey, don't you ever do that to Andrew James again. So yeah, the Cowboys showed up to play. The Giants, I don't know what they did. They just showed up, I guess.
Less than 200 yards.
I'm gonna say, yeah, kinda.
The game was basically a scrimmage game for the Cowboys. Light work, you know.
Giants was there for attendance.
So the thing was, though, it honestly blows my mind about this game because literally the Giants made it downfield Graham Gano just had to kick the ball. The offensive line did not do their job because the dude was able to hop over the line and block the ball. And then after that, it was just like, yeah, we're done. You guys win. So, I don't know what the Giants were doing. I'd hate to be in that locker room, though, that game.
I feel like Danny Dimes is that quarterback or like that kid back in school that got perfect attendance. He's at every game, but he's still flunking.
Yeah. Like, you show up every day, but
So
like,
he ain't gonna
you're not
miss.
doing really good.
But he's also not going to do you any good. I mean, he'll do okay. He'll go rush for 15 yards every game or so when he gets that free open lane. But passing-wise, I mean, he fluctuates all season
Speaking of
long.
passing-wise, Giants need to rework their wide receivers. They
Yeah.
still have Sterling Shepard in. They picked up Harris Campbell. He's not doing so good. So Colts honestly did pretty good with that by letting him go.
Well,
After
yeah.
a good, perfect season. Or, well, not a perfect season, but he had a good season.
I bet you Doolin's going next year, too.
I'd hate to see that happen, dude, because Dolan's such a great special teams guy and a slot receiver.
He's going to be gone.
Oh, they got rid of Mike Strawn. Everybody was excited to see him eventually play.
Yeah.
Who else did they have? I said Shepard? And then who was there?
Slayton.
Yeah, Darius Slayton. I mean, those two, like, alone are... Honestly, that whole trio's injury prone. So...
They got Isaiah Hodgins. They also drafted somebody this year. Who'd they draft?
Jalen Hyatt.
There you go.
He
How'd
looked
he do?
really good in preseason. He
Yeah,
went 0
played
for
the
1
game.
on his only target.
Dang.
So they really
Dang.
didn't put him in much. They got Wandale Robinson as well. So honestly, I think you should throw your new guys out there, let the old guys sit back, because that whole trio is honestly just bound to get hurt.
Darren Waller's popping up questionable every week.
I'm still mad about that. If you guys remember watching that post-draft talk, yeah, I'm not too happy about them getting Waller. This was going to be Daniel Bellinger's
I'm
year.
gonna say Bellinger did not put up a good performance at all under Darren Waller.
Yeah. So I'm upset about that still.
And Saquon ain't look good neither, did he?
Mm-mm.
Put up like 30-something yards or something.
Got 51 yards.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
that's-
Saquon did not.
I guess
like,
that ain't terrible,
Yeah,
but for
average 4.2.
Saquon, it's
Yeah.
not what I expect.
that. Honestly, it's just the whole team did terrible. You can't blame the offensive line. You can't blame the quarterback. You can't blame the receivers. And you can definitely blame the defense for letting them score 40 points on you. But as a whole team, for not scoring as well. So, yeah, honestly, just Giants were garbage in week 1. Hopefully, it turns around in week 2.
So how long are the Cowboys on the roll for?
That's what I was going to say. Is this Cowboys' year? Oh, man, I almost threw up saying that.
That was a dumb question anyway.
No.
It's never their year.
My throat hurts now.
Who the Cowboys facing?
I think that's like, I'm not too sure. The Jets.
They face the Jets tomorrow.
So, I
They might
mean,
start off okay, and then they play the Cardinals.
they got an easy schedule
Shit.
going.
They're going.
They got an easy
And then they play
schedule.
New England. That's gonna stop them. That's the momentum stopper.
Nick's gonna show up for recording and just sadness as they beat him.
Nah, I don't. I got faith in New England.
I got faith in New England.
Now the other two listed teams.
Yeah. Or you think Green Bay could stop them if they play Green Bay?
I think Green Bay can stop them. Jordan Love showed me enough.
They do not play Green Bay this year.
Oh, you got lucky.
You got lucky.
Mike Parsons ain't gotta come after you.
Don't worry, if New England don't stop them, their next game's the 49ers. So they won't get them.
Yeah.
So
It'll end
that's my
soon.
last game. You got one more?
We both got one more, but it's the same game.
Okay, so we're both on the last one.
Right.
Cool beans. Okay, so let's talk about it.
Let's talk
Vikings
about
versus the Eagles, Thursday night's game.
it. Kirk Cousins put up another solid performance.
Jordan Addison did as well.
364 yards for Cousins with 4 touchdowns, one of them being to Addison.
So here's my next thing. Earlier, I said that with adding Addison to the wide receiver depth, Jefferson's fantasy value goes way up because it takes player or coverage off of Jefferson. I butchered that. We'll pass it.
Yeah, we'll let it slide.
And then so here's one thing I did see is that Kirk needs to quit relying on Jefferson so much, though.
I mean, Jefferson had a killer game. He caught
did.
11 of his 13 targets.
He did, and good thing Kirk can, kind of thread the needle, but still.
159 yards.
He clearly can. You can clearly tell that, like, when he throws the ball to Addison can catch the ball and do something with it. So, like, quit relying on Jefferson so much.
I mean, yeah.
Because that's also what's going to knock you down from winning is because you're relying on one guy. I mean, you get Hawkinson in there every now and then, but you got to quit relying on one guy. Share the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I wish that Addison got more targets that game, 100%. But Jefferson did well with what he was taking. So, I mean, I'm not going to say it was terrible. He did get a fumble that was turned into a touchback.
Yeah, Jefferson.
Which was kind of controversial, kind of crazy. People was calling for that rule to be changed all of a sudden.
I say it's just I would say if I changed it, you make it just, redo the down. I mean, the ball went out of bounds. You couldn't recover it inside the end zone anyway, so...
I mean, that would be the most fair, but I almost feel like the way that the rule is now is fair. Because if you fumble it and it goes out before, it's still your possession and it's out right there. And so if you fumble it reaching for the pylon and you fumble it in across your zone that you was about to score on and they was able to force it out of your hands right there to make it go out there, that's a good play right there. They get the ball back. Simple. It's like, because points or turnover when you're shooting for that touchdown, really.
Right.
It's kind of like how that rule pans out to be.
I don't know. I feel like everybody would be happy if it was just like, just go back and, redo the down.
It'd be all right.
That or tell them they lose a yard.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I feel like that's the most fairest to me.
It was kind of a fumble fest on that game, though. Madison had a fumble. Kirk Cousins fumbled himself.
I'm glad you brought up Madison because, like I said earlier, no, you're not the RB1. No. Yeah. Vikings, you need to go and look for another running back because Madison's not the guy.
Kareem Hunt.
I would not mind seeing Kareem Hunt in a Vikings jersey. He would.
They'd be like, is that Madison or Hunt? Oh, man.
So, but while we're talking about running backs, DeAndre Swift popped off.
Yes, he did.
He had over 100 rushing yards.
I would say, yeah, that man
Jesus,
had
average 6.2.
170, 175 on 28 attempts.
Yeah, and that's crazy because, like, honestly, Swift didn't
see him week 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say week 1 was terrible. And honestly, I was questioning him even playing because they had Boston Scott, they had Rashad Penny, which Penny's probably going to get dropped because he did terrible too. Brady, this question's for you. What's going on with AJ Brown, man? Like, what's going on with that team, and why is he not, doing what AJ Brown did last season? Do you think that he's just not getting looks? Like, is Hurts not looking for him as much?
Seems like Hurts is favoring Devontae more than anything.
Did you see, though, actually, that they were like kind of not fighting.
Yeah, they were
arguing.
arguing on the sideline.
Yeah, him and Hurts was arguing.
So I don't know.
Telling him, give me the ball.
Maybe some tension, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like you're not targeting.
So does this mean AJ Brown gone next season?
To New England?
Oh my gosh.
Matt could use him.
He could, for sure.
Matt could definitely use him.
But I like Brady's idea.
No.
To the Colts.
The Rams could use him.
Steelers could use him.
Nah, they
They're fine.
Quit falling. Stop. Listen here, bud.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Don't tell me what to do.
That's my thing.
You're not my dad.
You're not my dad.
All right, back to the running back talks of that game. Boston Scott came in for a second, headed out. Now he's in concussion protocol, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So Swift carried that run game with 170 yards and a touchdown. Now that's only 2 of the touchdowns that we've talked about. Because Addison got one. Swift got one. Hawkinson got 2, dog. He's balling out in Minnesota still. I mean, that's forever going to be a good trade for the Minnesota Vikings.
I mean, I hate to say it because, like I said, I don't like KJ Osborne, but he got a touchdown for the Vikings as well.
Yeah.
Which also he dropped 2 important passes in that game.
Right.
So
Bad.
that's why you should not have him as a wide receiver 2, and you should put Jordan Addison as a wide receiver 2. That's just me talking because it's the smart thing to do.
I like it. They also tried Brandon Powell in that game, and he went and fumbled.
That man, you guys need to change your special teams guy too, because he is not a kick returner or punt returner.
That was tragic. Danielle Hunter got 3 sacks for Minnesota. That was a good little game for him. Hurts
Yeah, go ahead.
on the other side of the ball. Again. Under 200 yards passing, 1 passing touchdown. He got 2 rushing touchdowns. So, like,
He completed 2 QB sneaks for first downs.
I think he's looking more and more.
Or one was, I think, a touchdown. One was a
He
first
only
down.
missed 5 passes.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
He only had 5
Mhm.
But he also ain't throw that much.
Yeah, I think he only threw 18. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, he lost my bet because
me too.
he ain't throw more than 31.
31? I had him for 21.
223.
Yeah, you had completions.
Oh, you had attempts.
I had
Yeah.
attempts. Because I didn't trust Hurts with accuracy. But
I wouldn't
attempts,
either.
I trusted.
But when you were talking about Vikings defense, it had me wanting to bring up the Eagles defense. They're not looking as good as everybody was thinking they would after the draft especially.
I mean, I heard Jalen Carter's name come up a couple times, and then they switched it to some like lady reporter down on the field, and she aired this man's business out about like everything that happened to him before the draft, and I was like, you didn't even have to say all that, bro. She was using that to explain why he dropped to like round 4 or something. Or pick
Yeah,
4
they
or
still got
whatever
picked up by a
happened.
good team, but like I said, the defense just don't look like they're playing as good as I thought they would. Honestly, I was saying they were going to stop the Vikings from even.
Was Fletcher Cox playing?
I believe so. So then you got Jordan Davis too, with Jalen Carter. Who's the other guy? Nolan Smith, the rusher.
I believe so. But,
And then they still have Darius Slay.
mhm.
So I figured the defense was going to be doing a lot better than how they did. So it was a little surprise to me. But it was only the start of week 2. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see how they go and progress. I'd say it's still a tough defense to go and play. Now, would I say it's one of the best? No. Top 10 again, maybe somewhere up there. Maybe a little bit past top 10, like top 12. Top 13 and a half. Whatever. But, yeah, other than that, I don't really got too much more on that game. I mean, I'm going to drop this real quick just because I don't think we talked about it for this week. Devonta Smith again went off with a touchdown, 4 receptions, and 100.
I think he went for 2 touchdowns. I think Smith's got 2 touchdowns.
Do we think
Stat guy?
That game he got 1 touchdown against the Vikings.
You
Oh,
heard it.
okay.
So
Maybe it was just 2 long drives that.
He
Yeah,
had
he
4
had
receptions for
100.
131 yards.
4 receptions for 131 yards.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Averaged
Dude.
32.8.
Talk about a deep threat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start yelling at you because you heard him and you reacted like, "Oh my god!" And then when I said 4 receptions for 100,
I didn't hear that. I'm gonna be honest with
You
you.
was like, "Didn't he have 2 touchdowns?"
I think he started tuning me out because he started messing up the names. He's-
No,
He's like,
I'm
"You
gonna
probably
be
ain't
honest.
even
I
talking
didn't hear him
about the
say
right
that.
guy."
He's
I
a-
didn't, because as soon as he honestly, as soon as he said all that, I probably did tune it all out because I was like, wait, didn't he get like 2 touchdowns after he said the 1 touchdown? So I was more focused on that, and then you said all that, and it like clicked. So that's my fault. I'm sorry. I'll do better next time. As long as you do better with names next time.
You're fired.
I can't do better with names, but yeah, do
Okay.
better. Do better.
I'll shut all this down.
I believe in both.
Watch where you put your faith. that ain't a lie.
Other than that, I ain't got nothing else to say about this game unless you want to carry on with it.
Nah, I'm pretty much done talking about those games and probably go ahead and move into the notable players of week 1.
Yeah, I got some fantasy sleepers. If you want to name off your list, go ahead.
Alright, so the first surprise of week 1 that I thought was Blue Tent Tua being top on fantasy with 32.1 points.
Yeah, that was crazy. Dude came out and had a great game.
Yeah, and he made Tyreek Hill have an amazing game because he was top of the wide receivers.
I think Tyreek Hill had
45 and a half. Yeah, that's up there for a wide receiver.
Yeah. You got the yardage on there?
I don't, but
I
can
believe he went over
imagine-
200.
Yeah, I believe it was like 211, 212,
I
something.
think it was
like that.
216.
Whoa.
We're both wrong.
It was 215.
Oh, we're close.
215.
You
But-
was closest.
Only 11 receptions. Only.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, who you got next?
Chris McCaffrey was top of the running backs, but that was kind of as expected. Nothing really new there. He put up 32.9. Rookie Bijan Robinson.
I want to go ahead.
People didn't necessarily know what to think of him.
No, what's crazy though is how well Bijan Robinson did for fantasy wise, and then turn around and Tyler Algier also.
Tyler Algier actually outsnapped Bijan Robinson. I
So
believe.
here's my question about that: is Bijan Robinson the receiving back, and they're going to use Algier as the running back?
That just doesn't make sense to me. I think that.
Or are they going to do
I
it's
think-
honestly like the David Montgomery and Gibbs thing? Honestly, right now, just it's after week 1, so I mean we do got to see what happens.
I think it's going to be mainly a passing offense.
Or are they just
so-
going to do like a 50-50?
Well, when they come to a rushing kind of thing, I think is when they're going to slide Bijan Robinson in there. When they come to a play that they actually intend to rush on, okay, Bijan, come on. Any other time, I think it's going to be kind of like, yo, Algier, you're on the field. That way, if we need to pass to somebody, we got you.
Oh, I figured they passed more to Bijan, and they were handing the
don't know,
ball
you
off
think-
more
you think-
to Algier.
I don't know. I think Bijan Robinson's is the way better base runner.
Oh, for sure, but I was
And
just saying for week
Algier's
1,
the
that's what I was
better-
saying is like.
I mean,
really
that's
handing
possibly why he put up 20 points for week 1, but
that's what I'm saying. But just for them two to go off like that, that offense clearly done something good.
yeah. While we got it going on running backs, nope, I lied. We're moving on from running backs. But wide receiver wise, we talked about Tyreek Hill, and right behind Tyreek Hill was the 49ers, Brandon Ayuk, in second place, top of the fantasy list. He had 32.9 fantasy points, and Jacoby Myers, big surprise there. Las Vegas
Oh, he had a big surprise, all right.
Raiders for wide receiver. He came in number 3, and
Even
now
with the
he
concussion?
is out. Yeah, he's concussion protocol.
Man,
now,
imagine
but
that. Still being top 3 and you got a
He
concussion.
put up 29.1 fantasy points. So.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, he's making something work for Las Vegas if he gets out of that concussion protocol anytime soon. I already dropped on you guys that Hunter Henry put up 16.6 fantasy points.
And he was the leader.
And right behind him was my boy who left us, Hayden Hurst.
Hayden Hurst is a dog, dude. Like,
15.1.
I'm saying, he is such an underdog. He's a great tight end. Bryce Young just needs to figure it out, and then they'll become a great duo.
All right, now it's your turn.
All right, well, you did key players, right? I'm going to do some fantasy sleepers.
Go forward.
So a lot of people, I'm sure, probably didn't draft Jordan Love, so clearly you probably should go draft Jordan Love because they probably weren't expecting him to pop off like that.
Yeah, I think
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
Oh, he ain't. Okay, I thought you said he is. My bad.
who they play?
Let's see. I just know they.
Falcons.
that's highly possible.
That's highly possible.
I don't know. Falcons' defense has became a little bit better. They got your boy Bates.
This might be more of a
Yeah.
test for him than the
They also have what is it? What's his name? Grady Jarrett. Is that his name?
Yeah.
And then they also got Calais Campbell.
Wait, they got Calais Campbell
Yeah.
in ATL.
Mm-hmm.
That must.
Yeah. Running back.
Yeesh.
I'm gonna go with Joshua Kelly as a fantasy sleeper, especially this week coming up. Austin Eckler is doubtful to play this week. Joshua Kelly, he went 16 for 91 yards and almost 6 yards a carry.
Ain't one of the receivers already questionable too? Mike Williams, yeah.
That'd be great because I have Quentin Johnston. So
I know you do. I traded him to you.
I know. Seemed like the trade worked out great because Burrow didn't do good for you week 1.
You'll have that.
Wide receiver, I got 2, and they both play for the Rams. Tutu Atwell, 8 for. He got 6 receptions out of 8 attempts, 119 yards. And the other thing is they both got the same amount of yards. And I think it's Paku Nakua.
It's Puka Nakua.
Okay. Well, he went 15 for 10 and 119 yards. They both went for 119 yards. That is crazy. So if you guys had the chance to go get them in your waivers before Sunday or Sunday, I'd definitely go and do it. Tight end, I just did see something that he is questionable, but Kylan Granson led second in targets in the Colts game.
What?
He was second in targets.
Granson.
Yeah, for the Colts.
They just gonna keep skipping my boy like that. Or is Woods still injured?
Woods is hurt.
Still?
He's got to be out for 4 weeks as well because he's on the pup.
So it's just Mo Alley Cox.
And Granson. They had Ogletree, but he went out with a concussion, so I don't know.
Keep throwing to Granson. Granson's funny.
Yeah.
He's got TikTok.
Uh,
No, he was talking about how one time he went to dinner and he called him something about they thought he was Michael Pittman or whatever.
That's disrespectful,
so-
bro. Like, come on.
Yeah, so he was
That's
just,
crazy. Like,
just
so he
ate-
ain't got a name for himself out there yet?
Nah, he just ate the whole dinner as Michael Pittman. Dude. Bringing him a bunch of stuff. Like, there you go, Mr. Pittman. Thank you.
No kidding.
No, it was funny though.
No, right. Let me go somewhere and somebody be like, you look like Gabriel Iglesias. I'd be like, I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Where's the tacos?
But kicker, Jason Sanders, I would go pick him up because Tyreek Hill is saying that he is on the verge of going for 2,000 yards this season. So definitely see a lot of kicking going on. Even if they get down the field and don't score a touchdown, you got field goals. And defense, honestly, I think the Colts are on the come up, especially this coming week playing Houston. Houston didn't play really good last week, and Colts defense did. So I would definitely pick up Colts defense coming into this week.
This week, definitely banking on him to do pretty decent.
And then last thing I got is some key players that are questionable or out. I did have Romeo Doubs, but he just got cleared. Aaron Jones, he's still questionable with a hamstring. Austin Eckler, he's doubtful, not questionable anymore, but he's got an ankle injury. Brees Hall, questionable still, doing something with his knee. Kenneth Gainwell, he was just out. Be looking on to him with his ribs, but I don't know if he's going to come back and be the RB1 because of how well Swift did. And then Devontae Adams, he just got cleared, but he was questionable because of his foot. So, but other than that, that's all I got so far with some key players that are questionable route. So, Justin, you want to lead us out? Or you got a whole lot more?
Nah, we'll skip that.
All right. My boy gonna close this out. Here we go.
It's been a minute. Let's see if I can remember. Alright, if you guys liked the video, go ahead and check out the other ones we got posted up on the channel. Go ahead and check out the episodes being posted to Spotify. Are we still doing that?
We are actually not doing Spotify as of right now yet.
I lied. Spotify's broke. No, we're broke, which is why. But whatever. We're gonna breeze past that. Go ahead, like, comment your thoughts if you got any on the video and the topics that we talked about for week 1 and the beginning week 2 game. And make sure you subscribe to us. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok at Ballin' with the Boys. And I guess we have a Twitter now. Ballin' with the Boys also. Go check us out.
Well, you guys heard it from him. Make sure you check us out. Like, subscribe, follow, and make sure you hit the follow button extra hard and share all of our content to get us out there more. Because you guys know if you ain't balling with the boys, who you balling with? We out.